The Philippine government on Sunday formally calls off the latest round of peace talks with communist rebels. The parties failed to resolve a dispute over a rebel order for fighters to step up attacks. Chief Peace Negotiator Jesus Dureza says, quote, "There are no compelling reasons for us to change the decision." It was the fifth round of talks since the resumption of formal negotiations between Manila and the communists in August. They were meant to address issues such as a joint interim ceasefire, social and economic reforms, and human rights issues. The breakdown of the talks comes as fighting flared Sunday between government forces and Islamist militants in the south. Dureza objected to the communists telling guerrillas to intensify attacks in response to President Rodrigo Duterte's declaration of martial law in Mindanao. Dureza says Sunday the talks would not resume until there were indications of an environment conducive to achieving just and sustainable peace. President Rodrigo Duterte on Saturday said only the armed forces of the Philippines and the Philippine National Police can tell him to end martial law, in effect dismissing provisions in the 1987 Constitution that allow Congress and the Supreme Court to assess any martial law declaration. Duterte declared martial law in Mindanao last week after clashes between government forces and Maute Group terrorists in Marawi City. The president said the SC and Congress can't tell him what to do because they are not the ones risking their lives on the battlefield. The 1987 Constitution states martial law must not exceed 60 days, and any extension has to be approved by Congress. Congress, dominated by Duterte's allies, also has the power to revoke the declaration, though lawmakers have said it is unlikely that they will do so. Under the 1987 Constitution, the SC may also review a martial law declaration following an appropriate proceeding filed by any citizen. At least 55,000 people, or more than 11,400 families, fled their homes in Marawi City since Tuesday after clashes between government troops and the Maute Group. As of Sunday, the Social Welfare Department says at least 3,700 are still staying in 13 evacuation centers, while at least 51,000 are staying in their neighbors' or relatives' houses in northern Mindanao and the autonomous region in Muslim Mindanao. Cops also enter Ground Zero Sunday to retrieve dead bodies on the streets. The military earlier said that terrorists have killed 19 civilians in Marawi City. Among the bodies recovered were those of 3 women and a child. Marawi Bishop Edwin de la Peña says he is frustrated with the long wait for updates from the military on efforts to rescue his right-hand man, Father Teresito Sogano, and at least 12 companions. The hostage takers wanted de la Peña to tell the military to stop pursuing the terrorists and to implement a ceasefire. The United States Embassy issues a security message to U.S. citizens regarding the full alert status of the Philippine National Police. The message advises Americans there would be heightened security in Metro Manila. This comes after the clashes in Marawi City between the military and Maute Group terrorists that prompted President Rodrigo Duterte to declare martial law in Mindanao. The National Capital Region Police was placed on full alert following the clashes in Marawi City. Soldiers were deployed to Quezon City to help in the implementation of random checkpoints, security patrols, and other operations. The U.S. Embassy says the alert status is a precautionary measure and is not related to any specific terror threat against Metro Manila. It adds there is an ongoing threat of violence against Americans.